Hey, welcome back to DieCash Cars. So today, guys, we are going to be talking about Whatnot. It is the latest craze. It is a platform, an app on your phone where you can go and do 24/7 Hot Wheels and diecast bidding in auction format. And guys, I have finally been bit by the Whatnot bug. I mean, I was doing really good refraining from using the app because the last thing I need is another platform to spend my hard-earned cash and buy Hot Wheels and diecast. But to be honest, the person I blame is Layla Group because his constant promoting for Whatnot and where he does all these live streams and where he's selling cars out of his purge sales or just promoting the conventions, I had no choice but download the app and get in on some of the action. I mean, what did it for me was a couple of weeks ago, Layla Group had put everybody on notice that he was going to do his final purge sale. So I had to get on board because one of the items that was listed was, and let me just do a quick unboxing here for you guys, but you can see his fancy Layla Group sticker. But one of the auction items was his Zamac Nissan Skyline R34, and I had to have this one. You can see he's got my little DieCash sticky note stickered right there because I did win this in auction for about $45, but I had to get it because it goes with my eBay purchase from an earlier Layla auction of his first edition Nissan Skyline R34 in blue. And this is the darker variation of that. Came with a little card with his autograph in it. And I actually sent him a separate PM to actually autograph the sticker that it comes with and actually note the car that the sticker is coming with. And you can see he's autographed it, 2024. It is one of the official cars out of his early days of putting out Hot Wheel blogs on cars that were released by Hot Wheels. So I am nothing but honored to have this piece in my collection because it is a piece of Layla Group history, and these two pieces together, guys, honestly, they just go so well. And I'm sure I missed out on so many different R34s offered by Layla Group that he's showcased within his YouTube videos over the last couple of years, but these two for sure are just awesome additions to the collection, especially because, guys, I am a huge Layla fan. I mean, he is essentially who inspired this channel, DieCash Cars, to go through and review Hot Wheels and diecast for you guys. But really funny story when it came to bidding on this Zamac R34 from Layla Group. That was essentially my first time ever bidding on something within Whatnot, and I did not realize that you had to swipe in order to put in your bid. I kept clicking on the bottom icon to like put in my value that I wanted to pay for the car, and by the time I figured out that you had to swipe, it was already up to $40. I ended up swiping it and making the bid price go up to $44, and that's where everybody stopped bidding, and that is where I picked up this Zamac R34. But in all honesty, guys, I'm not mad because I did get the autograph sticker from Mr. John Lambert himself to go along with the Zamac. I did confirm that from the Layla blog, this is one of the actual Nissan Skyline R34 Zamacs that he did photograph. There were two of them, but this was one of the two that he photographed. And as far as the price point goes, $45 for this Zamac R34. I mean, that's a lot less than what I paid for the first edition R34. This I paid about $50 for back in 2021. So, I mean, honestly, this was essentially a little bit of a discount 4 years later. And speaking of Layla Group, I'm sure you saw your boy on the stream just this past weekend where Layla was going through and doing a purge of a number of convention and high profile custom pieces that he has curated and commissioned, guys. And I'm sure you saw me trying to bid on the stickered JCCS exclusive Auto World Toyota Celica Supra Ultra Red I mean, I put in a bid at $450 and 3 seconds. I thought for sure I won it, and somebody came and swooped it right underneath me, put the bid up to $425, and I called it quits, guys. I just couldn't do it because I already put in a good amount of funding in order to get all of the JCCS Toyota Supras from Auto World themselves in order to procure this Ultra Red for myself. So the better man won, but I do still take an L because it would have been cool to get the JCCS sealed Ultra Red. And I probably would have asked Mr. John Lambert himself to sign it as well, just to pair it with the Ultra Red that I do have. But it's okay. I just can't justify anything over that 405 mark right now. Congratulations to the actual winner of that Ultra Red. But since that purchase from Layla Group, I really got into the hole as far as whatnot. I started to utilize the app more frequently. Started to participate in a number of diecast streams, one of which was Mr. KJ Collectibles. He is who I purchased all three of these Subaru Impreza WRX STI 22B cars from. And one thing that I really do like about the app is the interaction with the sellers, because more often than not they are collectors just like you. He was a collector that I just randomly stumbled across, and the big thing that got to me was that he was doing giveaways throughout his entire stream, and it was for these blue first edition 22Bs. I mean, as you guys know, that is my all-time favorite cast. So you know I had to stick around to see what this man was offering. When he did bring up this 22B treasure hunt, I had to put in a bid. I got this along with another blue first edition 22B, picked them up for $8, which I felt like was a steal because these treasure hunt 22Bs are going for about $5 to $8 right now in the secondary market. So I figured this alone kind of paid for the deal. As I continued to chat with this seller, turned out he had a number of these blue first edition 22Bs that he had stashed away. Similar to me. I mean, I absolutely love this casting. I have a number of these blue first editions stashed away from my own personal collection. Next up, I think one of the big things that everybody anticipates on Whatnot is the deals. And one of the streamers that I follow is House of Cars Carolina. Over the last couple of weeks, on the weekend, Saturdays specifically, they always do this 50% off sale, and I don't know if it was just the last 2 weekends coincidentally, but they just essentially liquidate cars that aren't moving in their brick and mortar stores, and they sell them at a really great price. I have been able to pick up premiums and pop culture retro entertainments for essentially $2 to $3 a piece, as they sell them in lots of 5. I've been able to pick up multiple lots at about $15 a piece. I mean, that is a complete steal, just given the fact that they are $5 to $7 retail at your Walmart and your Targets today. However, I will say that the biggest draw when it comes to Whatnot has to be the giveaways, and it is pretty awesome what Whatnot does with giveaways and their sellers. I mean, it is essentially a promotional tool that all the sellers use to draw people into their streams. They give it away. It's 100% free. I mean, you're not paying for shipping. You're not paying for the item. There was one instance where I did get a giveaway and I actually had to pay taxes. For some reason, the seller actually put a value to the item and I ended up paying like 2 cents tax. But that is negligible given that you actually get a tangible Hot Wheel in your hand. This one in particular is a Tesla Model 3 in white. It's a first edition from 2019. And I got this from a pretty well-known Whatnotter, DieCash Dad 99, who recently here actually became a YouTuber as well too. He is looking to upload his first video. He's going to dive into the area of reviewing Hot Wheels as well as Hot Wheel hunting. But that is where I picked up this Tesla here, and For those of you who don't know, this white Model 3 is selling right now for about $10 to $15, just given what it is. And I've talked about this cast before in a previous video, but I feel like this car right here is your entry level electric car. I mean, it is ushering in a new era when it comes to the automotive industry. I mean, it's essentially the 90s Honda Civic is kind of how I look at this car. But needless to say, from a Hot Wheels and DieCast standpoint, it has a little bit of a following. So I was pretty stoked to add this piece into the collection, especially as a giveaway from a very well-known whatnotter. But I will caution you guys, when it comes to giveaways, tread very lightly on whatnot, because I myself have fallen victim to a situation where I have become banned from a particular streamer's whatnot channel because of a giveaway. Alright, it's kind of contradictory, I know, but the situation goes like this. I was watching a streamer go through and do auctions, and I do that from time to time, guys. If I have time, if I'm just doing things around the house, I like to keep an earbud in my ear and I'm listening to all the auctions and just curious to see what people are willing to pay for certain items, right? I'm listening to this streamer, they're doing a giveaway, and I sign up, I walk out of the room, I leave my phone in that room. I'm taking care of my kids and my daily life. I mean, they got to get to practice, I got to get things ready for them, whatnot, running around the house, and unfortunately, I win the giveaway. My name gets called, and apparently they're waiting for me to acknowledge that I won the giveaway. I didn't within the first 5 minutes or so, because again, I'm running around the house. When I get to my phone, I just mentioned the word thanks, and I get the response immediately, nope, it's too late. I mean, by that time, the chat has completely gone against me, and they rerun the giveaway. So just remember, if you're going to enter a giveaway, make sure you pay attention to that stream. I mean, in all honesty, guys, I'm not upset that I didn't get the giveaway. I'm just more upset that they got the wrong impression of me and DieCash Cars. I was listening. I was just... Unfortunately for me, and it's my mistake, guys, it's not an excuse on my end, but I was multitasking at the time and I couldn't respond in a timely fashion, but it's okay. I mean, hopefully that streamer can forgive me for it, but again, something to think about when you're jumping into giveaways on whatnot. So final verdict time, what do I think about the whatnot platform as far as buy, sell, trade, and diecast and Hot Wheels specifically? Well, I will say that it is a great platform. I think from a social media standpoint, it's great because you can interact with other collectors just like you, buy, sell, trade, bid, auction on things. But I will say that there is a gray area and maybe even kind of a bad side to whatnot, and for that I have two examples for you guys. There was one seller that I was watching, and he was selling a green Acura Integra from 2022, a lot like this, and he was calling it the Dollar General exclusive, and we all know that the Dollar General exclusive is actually blue, but he had a green version. He sold it as a Dollar General exclusive, and the bid went all the way up to about $15 before it finally closed. I had actually commented and let the other buyers know that yes, that is not the Dollar General exclusive, but nonetheless it sold. So you got to be cautious about that because not all of the sellers know all the details of these cars. The other side of whatnot that I don't 100% agree with, nor do I truly understand it, is the fact that depending on what seller is selling what, the prices will differ drastically. There was one seller that I was watching a live stream with almost 100 viewers at the time They were selling this run and run chase piece Mazda RX7 Pandem, and because of the hype of that sale, this piece sold for about $70 all said and done when the bids closed. And then just essentially a few minutes later, I was scrolling through the live streams for DieCash Cars. I found the same exact car being listed at $50. And this was in a stream where there was about 15 people. Nobody bid, and it just dudded out. And I just think about it. It's night and day. I mean, you're in a situation where this car is being fought over, and the bid climbs all the way up to $70. And then you get another stream with less people, and it doesn't even get bid on. And the true value of this run and run Mazda RX-7 FC Pandem right now sitting at about $50. So that is one gripe that I have with Whatnot, is that there is no sold listings to compare it to, so that buyers have true identification as to how much they should be paying for certain cars. But I've come to the realization that on Whatnot, I mean, you're not just paying for the DieCash cars and adding them into your collection. I mean, you're honestly paying for the brand recognition as to which seller you are buying from. But let me know what your thoughts are on Whatnot. Have you used it? What kind of deals have you purchased? And what kind of mistakes have you made? Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on DieCash Cars.